number one petite screen. That's one petite screen. I'm Jim Williams, and I'm your host today as we look at the question, which is, what can we use to make dollhouse furniture? In other words, what do we have around the house? What small things can we gather that we can use to furnish our dollhouses? And this question, of course, comes out of one of the books that I have in my collection. It's called Let's Make Doll Furniture. And it's about really a collection of odds and ends that are taken and turned into doll furniture. It's a book by Elaine Mercer, and the copyright date on it is 1962. So let's look at a little bit about what it's about. Because she says in her introduction, this is a book about having fun. You can have a little fun, or you can have a lot of fun. How much fun you have depends a great deal on your imagination. If your mental image is slightly rusty, this excursion into the realm of doll furniture may polish it to an extraordinary glow. So that's a book, and it just inspired me to talk about our subject today, which is where can we find some things to spruce up our doll houses, to make our doll furniture, to furnish it. And so let's look at some of the things that I found. All right, these are some of the things that I've collected over the years to use in doll houses. And finally, I'm going to get an opportunity. Of course, let's go through them. First of all, you'll see right here, that's one of those umbrellas for a drink umbrella. And they're about the approximate size umbrella would be, so we can use that. This right here, that is a souvenir, that little TV, and if you view it from behind, there's a little window, a little thing there. Hold it up to the light and you can see scenes from wherever you were visiting. In this case, it was West Virginia, and a long time ago. And so that's a little TV I collected. These right here are something out of some packaging, but I think they might make nice for cookie trays or just trays in the kitchen. Right here is a little screwdriver from a kit to repair your glasses, and beside that is a little bowling set that came in, I don't know, might have been in some candy or something, and so it's a nice little set of for bowling. A Kinder Egg is what I was trying to think of. And then up here we have some swords. These are metal, most of them, and therefore, of course, using in drinks to, I guess, put olives into drinks. And this one here is a plastic one that you can get. That's mostly what we see. And these are all things that can be used to make furnishings for a dollhouse. And I have some more, and we'll just look at those in just a minute. And now we have some others that I've gathered. This is a plastic cover to something. I'm not sure what it is anymore. And I probably will be using it to make bathtub, but not it as a bathtub, but as a frame or a mold for a bathtub. And behind that, and I don't know whether they do these, I haven't seen them lately, but these were used in the pizza boxes before to keep the top of the box from getting on the pizza. And also, these were also used in pizza boxes. And really, I got a stack of them there. They're separate, but you can see where you could make something out of those. Down here is a kind of a safety thing that was used in shipping, and they're about the size of a glass, maybe maybe you know, an iced tea glass, and this might be a waste paper basket or some catch-all. These two little toys here could be used as statues. And then you see right here, this is a sample packet or a sample bottle for perfume, and it could be used and maybe as a potpourri thing or something. And behind that is a little plastic container that I guess you got a prize in or something at one time, and it could be used also maybe as a dust catcher, so it doesn't get, a little statue doesn't get dusty or that kind of thing. So as you can see, all over the place you can pick up things, save them for when you can use them, and use them in your dollhouse. Use your imagination and make some wonderful things with things that might have just been tossed away before. So now I've been working on the dollhouse, and I have been trying to put a new floor on here so that there's 3 floors, because this is going to be the study. But the problem I was running into is that it was hard to get it even. Matter of fact, I'll show you a little clip of what I mean. I've evened it up now. But the other thing that's difficult, besides getting things lined up, deciding on things like windows, and now I've decided I have to redo the back of this because this is going to be a library, and I don't need a big window. I need a lot of bookshelves. So I'm going to change that, and we'll see how it turns out next time. So look at this little clip of what I did as far as when I put it together. You know, it's always harder to take something and remodel it than it is to start from scratch. This is sometimes what happens when you're working on changing the design. You'll see right here where my yardstick is pointing. This is where that floor is, and up here is where the other. So we have to lower this floor so that it can be even. And these, because we're going to take and fix it so that these two come together correctly and that we have an additional room here. So let's move on out. And we're in the process then of making this other room, and they don't come together, but we're going to fix that right away. Go. So what I'd like to do now is to ask you to subscribe and also to comment below, or you can send comments to me at my email address, which is 1 Petite Street at gmail.com. So that's onepetitestreet@gmail.com, or you can subscribe below. Or you can subscribe and you can comment below. I really need you to do that. As far as announcements for the day, one of the announcements is I will be very grateful to each one who makes a suggestion about what time period I should make this dollhouse, so that we can maybe start gathering the things that we'll be using in the dollhouse for that time period. So I want to ask you to do that. Is it 1900 to 1910, 1910 to 1920, 1920 to 40, or to 30, or to 1950, as in the 1950s? What time period would you like to see me decorate this dollhouse? So if you'll just send me a comment below, or email me your choice, and we'll work at it. And the one that votes to do it, you know, if just one comes in, that's the time period we use. Otherwise, we'll count them up for the different time periods and choose something. I'm glad you were here. Thanks for visiting One Petite Street today, and I hope that you'll tune in next time we get together. Thank you.